Hi everyone. Sorry to be late. We have some technical problem right now. We are trying to invite Alberto and Francesca, which are the two organizers of the GWTcon. They're going to join us in 2 minutes, so just have to wait a little bit. So just to give you an update at the beginning, the Q&A will be like every month like that. It's something that we started at ArcBees to help the community better understand what is going on in the GWT community and to discuss about different things. So if you want us to talk about a subject, if you have an event that you're preparing like the GWTcon, you can just send us an email at our website. You can send us at queenbee@arcbees.com. You can find the address, or just like our Google page or Facebook page, and ask us to do something particular. Ok.
Perfetto, ho trovato il link.
Okay.
We switch its computer.
No, it's okay.
Possible.
It's perfect. We're live. I was just talking to the community about what we're doing with this Q&A. So Francesca, Alberto, really happy to have you here in our second Q&A. And we are here today to talk about the GWTcon and about yourself a little bit. So we're going to start by the presentation. I'm going to be Philip, your host. I'm working at ArcBees, and with me we have Francesca and Alberto in Italy right now, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Okay. Thanks, Philip, and thanks, ArcBees, for this opportunity. And we are really glad to be here today for the on about GWTcon. And okay, so let me introduce shortly myself. My name is Francesca, and I work as mobile and web developer and consultant at Joint Team. And with Alberto, my teammate, that also is the co-organizer of GWTcon. And we both are founders and manager of GDG in Florence. And GDG is for Google Developers Group. Our group is a community of developers that share with us the passion for meetings and talks on about technology, Google technologies, and not only. Okay.
Well, okay. Hello, I'm Alberto, and I work with Francesca on some projects with the use of GWT and Java and JavaScript in general. Right now we are mostly involved in projects where it's important to port to the web platform some Java libraries. We work in the field of computer vision mostly, with both CV, for instance. And well, we are trying to get Java computer vision libraries and let them to take advantage of the modern web APIs as WebGL and WebWorkers, actually, to do computation right in the browser. As told by Francesca, we work as consultants and teachers for GWT, and well, GWT is our most important tool as developers.
That's good. I just want to remember the audience that if you want to ask a question, you have a little option called Q&A on the left. You can ask us question, and Francesca and Alberto will be glad to answer it. So you taught us about yourself, about what you're doing, and about GWT. So my question is, what do you find stunning in GWT? How long have you been involved in the GWT community, and where do you use the toolkit itself?
Oh, well, it's such a
broad question, I know.
such an awesome toolkit that is complex to understand where to start. I think that the most important piece of GWT that we really love in our work is to be able to use static typing and the optimizing compiler to produce web applications. And I think that the most important, say, feature of the toolkit is that is, in some sense, open-minded. I'm not meaning open in the sense of licenses. It is also open source, but this is not important here. What I mean, it is that GWT is a tool that is open in the sense that let us mix and match different libraries, different technologies to produce web applications. We work with Java libraries, we work with web APIs, and we are able to mix them together to produce applications for the web platform, applications similar to the applications we develop for desktop computers or for mobile devices. When I do teaching on GWT, I say that the idea with GWT is that we have a compiler. It's something similar when we use the C or C++ compiler for developing for Linux, for instance, and we are able to use a high-level language to develop application, and then the compiler does most of the dirty work to produce a code for the platform, that is JavaScript in this context, and also let us the opportunity of writing directly to the iron when it is needed for performance, to take advantage of some feature and so on through JSNI or JS interop nowadays. So I think this is the most important pieces are the compiler and the fact that the compiler doesn't bind us just to a language, but let us to choose the language we want to use for the architecture of our code, but let us to go native when we want.
That's good. That was a broad question, and you answered it well.
Thank you very much.
And if we come back to the GWTcon itself, can you talk about the GWTcon and the event that you're preparing this year? What is the story of a GWTcon? Why you did it?
Oh, okay. Something about GWTcon. I may say, if I will use one word to describe GWTcon, I will to say community. I mean, we think that the involvement of the community is the most important thing for an open source project and for such a toolkit. So GWTcon is a really great product. In my opinion, in our opinion, the steering committee makes a great work managing contribution and organizing releases, but the participation and the involvement of the community is something that sometimes seems to lack. So we invested in GWTcon. We decided to do this conference in order to let the community to have a meeting and finally to grow, we hope. As we as we say, we are both manager of the GDG in Florence, and from the beginning, for a long time, okay, GDG-Firenze is really involved with the GWT. I mean, till the beginning, we started doing meetings on about GWT, introduction to GWT, some more detailed lecture, and so on. And we for a long time, we have the idea to have an holiday on about GWT. Finally, last year, we found the energy to do the first edition of GWTcon. Last year was a meeting completely Italian. I mean, the main language was Italian, and we had just a few talks in English, and all the people, all the attendees come from Italy. Okay, all the part of Italy, but all people were Italian, and we had more than 100 attendees, developers, manager, decision maker, and so on. So we found that, okay, the meeting of last year helped the Italian community to grow up, and the meeting was really important to spread the toolkit in Italy. I mean, so we decided that we need a wider audience. So we decided to realize this second edition, and here we are. This year, the GWTcon is an international conference. The main language is English, and so we have people coming from abroad and speakers coming from Canada and US and from Europe and so on.
We have a question about, you were talking about the agenda, and there is Martin that is asking us a question, so I'm putting it here. Hello, I've just looked at the GWTcon agenda and searched for a mobile without success. Is mobile packaging somehow on the GWT agenda?
Oh yeah, it is, for instance, well, as you know, most of the development, if you do the right way development with GWT, can be used on mobile, because you are quite free to choose the UI toolkit you want to set up the view of your code. But actually, we have at least the talk on GXT 4.0, if I remember well, on GXT for tablets and mobile devices.
For example, yeah, by David Chandler.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And since we are talking about the agenda, what are the main conferences you think that are going to be like the most attractive for attendees, that you're expecting that a lot of people in it?
Yeah, I understand. Well, actually, it's hard to say, because in my opinion, this year the conference and the speakers are all awesome. And actually, we have a lot of talks from the community, and also talks from, well, the big players on GWT. Sencha, I mean, Arcbis, I mean, and Vadin and Red Hat, but also a lot of interesting talks for the community. And well, let me list the topics and not the talks right now about the conference. This year we will have the opening on GWT 2.8 that we hope it will be released just before GWTcon. And also
we had a question about that from Olivier, so I'm jumping at it. Sorry, Alberto. It was like, do you know when it will be released, the 2.8?
I don't actually. I hope just before GWTcon, but I have no idea when it will be released. According to the mailing list, the 2.8 will be released shortly, because there is just one bug to fix, and it is not a bug on GWT but on the Eclipse side. So I think it is really a matter of days to have 2.8, the first release candidate at least. So we are there.
And well, there will be a conference about it. There will be a speaker that's going to talk about it, about the future of GWT, about 2.8, maybe 3.0.
No, 3.0, I don't know. There are some talks about how to work without GWT user. I mean, without the part of GWT that probably will be thrown away after 2.8. But the keynote, for instance, is on GWT 2.8 on the current release, and maybe some discussion at the end of the conference on about what is happening to GWT after this release. But there is not in the in the agenda something specific on 3.0 right now. But I'm sure that the discussion will be interesting on about the future of GWT during the conference. And let me note that there will be a deep dive on JS Interop. That is the technology that will bring all of us to GWT 3.0, because this is the most important piece that let us to interact with native JavaScript and web components. We have also a talk on Polymer and web components. We have talks, well, you know, on tablets and mobile development, on annotation processing, and how to, how to use annotation processing instead of generators. There is something about, array adding JXT, as well some examples of interacting with the web platform. This is my passion, WebGL, and also some example of using GWT for cardboard and some exotic devices. So a very rich agenda, I think. And most importantly, I think that part of the conference is keeping in touch with other developers and talk and interact and share experiences and ideas on what is needed for GWT. We think it's very important that the community can discuss on the changes in GWT.
And talking about that, maybe you have some numbers about how many conferences there are during the conference. Maybe to know, is there, like, you're talking about discussion between the developers, is there like reserved time for them to discuss between them?
No, there is not actually a time at the conference for discussion, because usually it's quite difficult in a conference room to have a real discussion. So we leave enough time for the participants to meet and to talk, and also we will organize a sort of networking after event aperitif, where we can talk freely. But usually it's difficult to have a real discussion on in the conference room, because the conference room is organized that there is a speaker and someone that just listen to discussion. Is not the right place to have a discussion, so we haven't not organized a round table in the conference room.
But of course, we will give to all the attendees the opportunity to leave them, feedback, suggestions, and in order to have to improve the GWTcon and to help us and the community, maybe to organize next edition
better.
better, and okay, maybe to put in the agenda of next year conference also this kind of discussions or different kind of agenda and so on.
We have a question about the event itself from Olivier. So do you have code labs or workshop where people will be able to try some things?
Well, actually, as you know, organizing a meeting is quite hard, and we had no time to find the place where to stay for workshops and so on. Well, for this year, it is just a 1 day full of GWT meetings. Maybe we can organize some workshop, but well, we had not enough energy for this year to let developers to code together.
Yeah, I understand that. It's pretty hard to prepare an event like that. So yeah. Thanks, Olivier, for the question. And talking about the speakers, you say that there was a lot of conference, and want to highlight a little bit the speakers that are going to be there, and tell to the community that are viewing the live Q&A right now. What are the main speakers you're waiting for during the event?
The main speakers.
There are some people from the steering committees. There are some people from Google. Is there some people from companies that are leading the GWT development?
Well, of course. So we have Julien Drameix from Google that will have the keynote and the talk on about JS Interop. We have Christian Gaudreau. We have a talk of Manuel Carrasco-Molino from Vadin. We have also a talk from Sencha of David Chandler. We have a core developer of Erai, Max Barclay. Mm-hmm. So all the most important frameworks are covered, actually.
So it's pretty good. It's pretty good for. So it is for just like GWT expert, or is it for people that can like learn from GWT and be there and learn new things and maybe discover GWT?
Well, it's difficult to say. It's for developers, actually. Maybe not developers are really strong with GWT, but the cut of the conference is actually for developers. We want people interested in coding, in developing, and eventually in trying to code with GWT. But we don't have a special conference. Some special talks of introductory nature.
Okay.
So it's mostly for developers.
And because right now you're doing this event and you put all the energy for it this year, are you planning to do it like it will be recurring every year? Are you planning to maybe change it? You don't know yet. You don't know about the success yet, so you want to know maybe after the event, or do you plan on doing it each year?
Oh, well. Last year we said it was a first attempt. Then, well, it was good, and after a couple of months, we started with the idea of having the second edition. Well, during the organization, in the last weeks of the organization, I don't want to say that we will organize next year conference, but well, maybe. It's really hard. It's a terrible work to set up all the logistic and scientific parts of the conference. So, well, we are tired and we don't want to say nothing right now.
But okay, we need the community. Maybe if all the attendees and the community will love this this second edition, maybe they will help us to organize next meeting. Why not?
A question from Martin. Will there be an official support for Apache Cordova and GWT, like the discontinued GWT font gap from Daniel Kurka? I don't know if you know the answer for that.
Yeah, I think I don't know the answer right now, but well, I can ask to the attendees and to the speakers at the GWTcon, of course.
Daniel Kurka will be there.
Sorry, Daniel
Kurka will be there.
At the end, Daniel told us that he cannot be there, and in fact, also the keynote is held by Julien. But well, we can write to Daniel to ask something about Cordova. I think it is too much busy with the new compiler right now, and all the team at Google is busy with the J2CL. So I am not sure it is working in this moment on with Cordova.
Okay. Thanks for that. Is there anything else you want to say about the GWTcon? Maybe like is a place to talk about the sponsor that you have to do the event.
Yes.
About the sponsor.
About the sponsor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let me thank
all
the sponsor because the organizing the conference is hard, but without someone that contribute to the conference is almost impossible. So, well, who are the sponsors of GWTcon? First of all, ArcBees, of course. Well, ArcBees actually supported GWTcon from the very beginning. Well, you know that also the conference logo has been designed by Manon, and all the website has a nice style thanks to ArcBees. So we have as a first sponsor that contributed not just to the expenses of the conference, but also in, well, giving to GWTcon a brand and a track. We have to thanks ArcBees. And then we have, of course, Sencha, that you know is so famous that doesn't need an introduction from myself. And we have also a talk on about GXT. Then we are a couple of Italian companies that sponsor GWTcon. First of all, Shangri-La, that is an Italian web agency that is well, active in web development. And then there is our company, that is Joint Team, that of course give support and sponsoring to GWTcon. We are Joint Team. Well, I want about the sponsors. I want to say that we chosen to have sponsors that are developer-centric companies, and we think that this decision helped to make the conference, the GWTcon, a conference of developers for developers. We think this is important because it's a meeting where we want to talk about technology, not just products.
That's good. That's good. So perfect for that. Do you have anything else that you wanna say to the audience about the GWTcon, about yourself?
We hope to see you in Florence in a couple of weeks.
When is the date, by the way? Because we didn't talk about that. What are the dates?
Oh, it's the 11th of November. Yes, in 14 days, I think. So we are really near, 2 weeks, and then we will meet at GWTcon.
That's perfect. Okay. So thank you, Francesca, Alberto,
thank you to you.
For the answers. And hope you're gonna have a really nice conference with a lot of attendees and have a nice speakers. And there is a lot of things that are gonna be answered there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we will not have a live streaming, but all the talks will be recorded. So let's keep in touch on the mailing list or on our YouTube channel, Twitter, and G+. All the information about the conference will be shared there on our social channel, and of course on YouTube all the videos of the conference.
We will publish as soon as we have time to edit and publish.
Okay, that's perfect. So we're gonna share your social media too on the YouTube channel of ArcBiz and our channel and our own social medias. That way, people can follow you, and they will know when you will be able to. Then they will be able to see the videos from the conferences.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, you too, and have a good day in Italy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.